1971 MGB GT, 1.8 litre petrol engine this one. It's a 71 car. The current vendor has owned this car since 1976. He bought it when it was 5-year-old, so that's pretty good going. I can't keep a car longer than 6 months, never mind that amount of time. So like I say, he bought the car in 1976. It shows 2 previous keepers, but he explained that when he first bought the car, apparently back then, which I wasn't aware of, but you learn everything every day, something new every day. He said you could put it in a joint name, so it was in his and his wife's name at the time. It's then gone into his name, so it shows 2 previous, but it's actually only a 2-owner car. He has owned it since 1976. It's a 71 car. So it's a factory chrome bumper car. Nice colours as well. Blue with, I think it's autumn leaf interior there. I'm going to stop waffling. We're going to start off the bonnet. We're going to work our way around this MGB GT onto the interior, and then we'll fire it into life. I just want a little bit of a tune-up, although it was driven here this morning. He did explain it was a little bit spluttery. If you look at the MOT history there, he hasn't done many miles at all in the last sort of 10 years in this one. So we just want a little bit of a tune-up. It feels like it's going to clear through. Up the bonnet itself, lovely and straight, no big dings or dents. I got 2 little stone chip dents towards the rear. Some light surface scratches in the paint where it's been washed over the years. The scuttle on the left-hand side. So obviously had some paint with it over the years, you can't tell. A few little sanding marks here. The seams are all okay, and it sort of disappears a little bit at the back there. And that is the same on the left-hand side and the right-hand side. A little bit there again, and again some cracking in the paint there. But all in all, very honest, nice, straight, honest car, especially those owners. Round the headlights, nice and tidy, no corrosion on both sides there. Bumpers, some very, very light pitting the bumpers, but that's all you can really whinge about. Coming round and down the right-hand side, lovely and straight down that right-hand side front wing. Again, some flatness to the paint just where it's been in the garage over the years. No corrosion at all coming through around the arch, lovely and tidy. You've got the correct Ross style steels all the way around there. All nice and tidy. Across the lower half, still nice and blue. No nasty stone guard lines halfway up. We've got a scratch at the front of the driver's door there, and a little bit of a dent further down there on the driver's door at the bottom, but no corrosion coming through. A few other little massage marks there. Across the top half, nice and straight. As you come out the rear quarter, lovely and tidy on the rear quarter and around the arch. You feel little marks here and there, but no corrosion at all coming through. Lovely and straight around that whole rear quarter. Across the seam there, you'll see on this side, the seam has been sort of de-seamed with a little bit of bubbling and a little bit of dust in the paint itself. But lovely and straight down that whole left-hand side. Really good owners as well. The roof itself, all nice and tidy. We've got that 80s, early 90s period correct sunroof in there. A little bit of paint on the seal. And there's a few little silicons in the roof there where it has been painted, but I think it was quite an older paint job, this one. Coming back down the right-hand side, the rear lights are nice and clear on both sides. Bumpers are all good with some light pitting. No big dings or dents to those at all. Around the reverse lights, nice and tidy. We've got an aftermarket lock fitted, which is pretty standard. So plenty of those with locks on. And we've got some light sanding marks in the boot lid itself where it's had some repair at some point. Coming round and down the left-hand side, it sits very, very level, this one for a GT as well. Sits really nice and level. No corrosion around the arch again, lovely and straight all the way around. Rear quarter's all good as well. The seam on this side seems to be nice and tidy along the seam. Got a little bit of bubble by the rear window and a few little bits of silicone in the paintwork on the rear pillar. Passenger front door, again, nice and straight down the door itself. No dings or dents. All the gaps are good as well. I think closes right and shuts right. You're not slamming anything. It all shuts nice and gently. Across the lower half of the front wing, got a heavy scratch here. And again, it's had some paintwork in places on the top half of the front wing. You can see it has been painted at a different point of the lower half, but nice and straight. A very, very good base. If that was mine, I'd be driving it around like that, no problem at all. But it's a good base if you wanted to make a real proper car. Give it some paint and that would just square it up nicely. Door cards, lovely and tidy, no complaints at all. Rear seats, fantastic order all the way through. Nice and original, haven't been retrimmed. Lovely and soft on the seat itself. No rips or tears there. A little bit of a snag out the corner there, but all nice and presentable. Steering wheel's all good. Dashboard's lovely. Dials are nice and clear. We're missing the radio blanker there, but all nice and tidy on that there. It is overdrive on the dashboard, this one with it being a 71 car. Into the boot now, nice and tidy on the boot carpet. I'll just lift the boot floor up, and again, 5th Ross style, black and tidy in the boot as well. All nice and straight in there. Left hand side front, again nice and tidy across the front door card. Sort of got very, very good bones, this car. Lovely and tidy on the left hand side seat. Dashboard again unmarked from the left hand side. Into the engine bay, where it's nice and tidy in here, it's all colour coded. It's the 1.8 litre twin carb. Lovely and clean in there. No complaints on that. Like I say, it's going to want a bit of a tune up, but it does fire straight into life. Nice and happy on the tick over. You can just hear that it's a little bit spluttery, but if you look at the mileage in the history on the MOTs, you see how little miles it's done. Some fresh fuel and a good blast down the motorway. Oil pressure's good as well. And there you have it, the 71 MGB GT. Like I say, current vendors own this car since 1976. So it's a 2-owner MGB GT there. I know it shows 2 previous, but we've explained that bit as well. What a lovely, lovely car that is.